Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing Blackwing Horus today. This is honestly the great starting hand we need. We're going to banish that Chinook to activate some Moon to get Sudri into hand. Sudri is going to get us 2 searches due to the Black Whirlwind and some Moon starting off. We're going to get ourselves the level 2 Blackwing that pops, as well as Shamal. We're going to use Nesty to get us King Sarcophaguses. We have so many of them now. We're going to use Arvata to get ourselves out into our level 8 dragon, and we're going to bring that one back, as well as use his effect to get another summon for us. This was one of my first games playtesting, but it was still a really good game, so I'm still learning, or not learning, but remembering combos as I go. But we're going to get out ourselves Nutong. Honestly, I didn't use him as much as I did in this first game. That's kind of why I searched for it. But it wasn't worth it to me, in my opinion. We're going to use King Sarcophagus. We're going to pitch up to 2 to get our 2 other Horus monsters in our decks. I usually like to stick to 3. You could play 4. But we're going to get ourselves out a Chaos Angel. Honestly, I should have instead of Nutong, I should have went into the 6 guaranteed and got out another strategy. But we're going to do things a little bit differently here. Using Zombie Vampire, we're going to mill, and it's going to reveal that my opponent is on Branded. Now we're going to use that Shamal and the Nutong to get us out our Blackwing Full Armor Master. Now our board isn't that bad for everything considered. We do have an invulnerable monster, as well as a monster that cannot be destroyed, and the Chaos Angel, or the 2 Horus monsters, have their effects that come in really handy a lot of the time. He's going to banish our Pop. We're going to use this to just put a token on it. It's going to trigger Fallen of Albaz to get rid of our Chaos Angel, but honestly, this did more harm than good, because Glory is going to out a card, and Happy is going to get us 2 pieces of removal. Now we're going to see his Mirror Jade also proc and take away our Glory, but Glory's still going to do the damage and take out a card in his path. Now we have a really good hand for our next turn, as well as he gave us pretty much an imperm. So all of our monsters are going to be popped at the very end, but Horus cannot be unless they're targeted. That's the only way they can be removed. We're going to use Chinook here to get out the Bestial Rebellion. I really don't want to give him access to outable removal like Branded Beast, or even Branded Loss like Protection. Looks like he has the Spriggan's Kit in hand. That's going to give him Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion's now activatable. So now he's going to get another fusion summon off, and he's going to fuse into Albion. Now this is just giving him a lot of resources. We're pretty much out of countermeasures. We're really just sticking to a strong board at this point, but we did already out one Lubellion. I felt like this was an interesting branded matchup, because you'll see that my opponent is playing another Mirror Jade, which 2 Mirror Jades is pretty normal. He's going to use these traps to recycle cards, and he's also going to use that Mirror Jade to out our Zombie Vampire. Now we're just keep on putting tokens. Happy is going to out the Albion, and he's going to out the the Blackwing Full Armor Master using that. He thought the Happy would go away too, but Happy stays due to the first Sarcophagus. Now it looks like this deck doesn't really play spell and trap removal, so King Sarcophagus is really keeping us ahead of the curve each move. So now we're going into the end phase. He's just adding a bunch of cards, but he can't do anything with these cards because it's my turn now. So I feel pretty safe going into this next turn. There is Bestial Druis Worm. Druis Worm is outable removal to our Zephyros the Elite, but that's fine. He's going to try to double Mirror Jade us with that Mirror Jade effect. It's not going to do anything, but we're going to get the gang out. Pitching the Simoon, we're going to be able to get out our Nesty, but this is fine. Happy's just going to recycle King Sarcophagus, as well as the other guy is going to let us draw 2 cards. He's going to out the Druis Worm, or out the Happy, so we're only going to draw 1 card, but Happy effect still goes off completely fine. but we're still in a really good spot here. I'm not really complaining about anything. King Sarcophagus, we're going to pitch Shamal to get a Nesty now. Like we were trying to do the first time, Blackwing Assault Dragon's also going to come into this, getting us back our full Armor Wing Master. So that's good. Black Feather Whirlwind is really helping us out here. Mirror Jade is back as well. But we have our boss monster in full Armor Master, which honestly beats Mirror Jade in every single situation. We're also going to get our Hand Trap back, and we're going to get a Nesty and Happy back as well. We're going to use our Happy and our Draw Guy to get Hope Harbinger Dragon out, and we're going to use this to steal Lubellion to get us out another 10, which is going to be steal Dispatter. Now Dispatter's also going to bring back a Nesty, so we still have a really big board of monsters. Mirror Jade is going to pop this. I knew that the Ring Room was going to use my monster to fuse, so I didn't want to negate it using that. So he forces the branded opening, which is really good, but we do lose our Dispatter in the process, and we're going to use a Nesty to out that guy, use Blackwing Assault to out that guy. Mirror Jade is going to pop off, or Ring Room is going to pop off, getting us him another Fallen Valbaz, revealing that he is playing 3 Mirror Jades. This is where I thought it was really interesting. You don't see that very often in Branded, but a Nesty is going to trade, or attempt to trade, so it doesn't matter. He's still going to clear our board at the very end of it. We're going to use Blackwing Full Armor Master, and he's going to surrender. Black Feather Whirlwind was going to protect our Blackwing Assault, so even with the Mirror Jade, we were not going to lose our board whatsoever. Alright, let's get right into it. Draw phase. This hand looks really good. Alright, this hand does not look good. We're going to use King Sarcophagus to normal summon Black, or Vata. We're going to use Vata to get Zephyros and Harmitid into rotation. We're going to put King Sarcophagus back in hand to use it to get Assault Synchron into combo. So we're using, this is a very unorthodox way to get out our combo, but we're doing it. We're going to send a Vata to get out our level 10, one of our ace monsters, Blackwing Assault Dragon, and we're going to do the double tax method, one of my favorite methods in this deck. You could go triple tax, but I feel like double tax is enough to really put your opponent into a tough spots. We're going to use these two to get out our Horus line. Now, I kind of did misplay. I could have recycled the Black Whirlwind instead and got another Horus card, but we have 2 at least. Our opponent's going to surrender on that. I mean, any card played, they would have costed themselves 1400, and outing the Blackwing would have costed them draw 3, and also happy activations through the wazoo. Alright, I'm going to choose to go first in this situation. This is a really interesting hand. I love to see the Anesti. Anesti and the Destroy one, we're going to end up pitching Called By. Just started a bit, but we're going to get ourselves Happy out, and we're going to get rid of Vata to get out pretty much all of our Horus. We're just going to have a Horus board. I didn't feel like I had a strong enough Blackwing presence, so we're going to use Horus here to try to get us to another turn. We do have the Imperm set, so Kashtira Fenrir isn't going to be resolving its effects anytime soon, which is good for us. We also have an ability to draw 3, recycle, as well as pop. Now that Felon Trap might have been a good move on his part, he thought, but he just gave us a ton of resources. He's giving us the ability to recycle, giving us the ability to pop, as well as draw 3. Makes sense why he surrendered. He didn't think that, he thought maybe destroying was the only way these cards could be resolved. But I just wanted to show how good even a Horus board is when the Blackwing engine fails you, and vice versa. Alright, we're going second. This would have been a really good going first hand. This is actually a perfect going first hand, but we're going second. Looks like my opponent is preferably on either Noble Knights, but also reveals that to make me guarantee that he is on Mikanko. He's going to discard a card, and he's going to get himself out a Phoenix Gilfrey. Phoenix Gilfrey is a really dangerous card. He's going to set 1 as well. This isn't a very good Mikanko board, especially going first. They really are defensive deck, but we're going to see what we can do here. A Nesty and Small World get us our King Sarcophagus, and we're going to be able to draw a card. We drew an extra Blackwing target. We're going to pitch the Shamal still and get the Black Whirlwind up and running. Black Whirlwind ×2, by the way, which is insane. Black Whirlwind, one of the coolest cards in existence. Narga is going to come out. I didn't think I was going to try to attempt that name during the video because I knew I'd say it wrong, but 2 Blackwing Whirlwind targets as well as a Suitary search. So we're full. We're full on resources. We have everything we'd ever need. Really, a lot of these cards are just going to be the discard material for King Sarcophagus. That's where the synergy comes in, is that Blackwing just gives you a ton of discard material. Vata's going to come out, and we're going to send Simoon and get ourselves out of Blackwing Dragon, return the Vata, and use Shamal to get us a Simoon in hand, more discard material. I'm also going to use the Chinook right away while we do have a Blackwing Dragon on the field, just because it's a cool effect. Sending that level 6 to the graveyard, kind of letting us do extra things if we need to. We're going to use Harmitten as well to copy the 6 to go into a 10, meaning we're going to be able to get ourselves out Blackwing Full Armor Master for pretty low cost. Normally it costs a little bit higher. And we're going to use Shari Narga and Blackwing to get out our Bestial Dispatcher. Now, how I was doing the combo is I sent that level 6 to get out a Blackwing Assault Dragon still. Our opponent, for some reason, it wouldn't let me activate Nib there, but it's fine. Nib is going to resolve, taking out our old board except for Blackwing Assault or Blackwing Full Armor Master. We're going to get a huge Nib token with 127,000 attack. We're going to use the rest of our materials to discard for King Sarcophagus, and we're going to win the game with Horus. Playing through Nib, keeping your Horus as a backup plan when the Blackwing don't resolve. But they did resolve. They did enough to bait out that Nib and get us OTK potential on board. Very nice plays. It outed the trap, it outed the Phoenix Gilfried, and the Horus just came in to sweep it up and finish the game for us. Alright, another going second game. This hand is very interesting. Suitary in the opening hand is fantastic. I kind of notice a misplay here. When you don't go into the Xyz, it kind of shows off that you're running out of resources right away. Going into that Linkaribo, he could have also been possibly playing through the Imperm, but he should have really been playing through the Ash Blossom there. So Firewall Defensor is going to get negated. He's going to set one and pass. Now, that puts us in a really tremendous spot here, especially with all these materials. King Sarcophagus is on board just to show we have it. Suitary is going to get negated, which is unfortunate, but luckily for us, we do have Vata in hand. We just aren't going to get those extra Shamal searches. But it looks like we don't really need them with the amount of cards we have in hand already. We're going to pitch Chinook. I don't see the point. I don't see my opponent. I'm not threatened by my opponent whatsoever here. We're going to use these two to get ourselves out SP Little Knight as well. This gives us another piece of interaction, and we're going to use that King Sarcophagus to special summon 2 or 3. I didn't see how many we were special summoning. We are out of cards. I must have not searched for the third, but my opponent sees that we have lethal on board with SP Little Knight also as reaction, and our Hoppy and Nesty. Very good combo for what we had, as well as interrupting our opponent at the right spot. Alright, going second again, we're opening up with a Nesty and Black Feather Whirlwind. Honestly, that's a combo in itself. My opponent plays the Gunship field spell and ends his turn. Tries to rely on that Maxi, but luckily for us, we did open up that called by. Now we're full combo in hand. We have options. We could go Vata right away with Black Feather Whirlwind, or we could go into this Moonline, which we're supposed to do. So I'm really chilling. And Nesties are also here just to discard themselves to get us a draw and a Gold Sarcophagus. Looks like he must have opened up a huge amount of hand traps. Ash Blossom is the first one of the day, getting us out of the way there. Black Feather Whirlwind is going to trigger to get us Suitary, and Suitary is going to trigger as well as get that Black Feather or Black Whirlwind search. Looks like Valor was shown, meaning our opponent kind of reveals that, hey, I opened up with just pure hand traps. My goal is to stop you from playing and try to get cards with the Maxi. Black Whirlwind's still going to resolve, getting us Vata, and we did open up that Black Feather Whirlwind, so we're still going to get those really cool special plays, getting our tuner back. This deck does run a little bit low on tuners, and with that board swiped or board swarmed with Blackwing cards, our opponent's going to surrender. Alright guys, so this is the deck list for today's video. Blackwing Horus. This deck is super fun to play. I'm starting to really fall in love with this Horus engine. In multiple decks, I showed it off in Blue Eyes. I feel like Blackwing is a valuable target with it as well. Just the amount of ads you can get to your hand, the same way Blue Eyes gets you those White Stone of Ancients or the Sage ads. Blackwing does it a little bit better because it's a stronger engine as well. With one card combos like Sudori and one card combos with Simoon and Vata, this deck is crazy. We're still playing the Assault Synchron. We're playing it at a lower dosage at 2. The reason why we're playing Assault Synchron, funny enough, is for that Vision Resonator. One thing, or for that Small World, I was thinking about something. You could also easily play Vision Resonator as the target as well. Reason being, a lot of the monsters have 0 defense points, so their Small World targets are a little bit variable. I forgot to change that, but I feel like Vision does the same exact thing, but can do a little bit more, because it doesn't lock you into anything as well. You could also play a spell or trap to get a search out of it, and just use Crimson Gaia to kind of renew resources. But that's what I was thinking as kind of a Small World target. Other than that, Sudori is crazy. It's a 1-card combo. It searches for your Chamal, and if you have Black Feather Whirlwind on the field, or Black Whirlwind, you will search for the Vata as well, getting you full combo. We're still playing a very similar Black or Horus package to the Black or the Blue Eyes deck we played in the previous video. It's just crazy how consistent this deck is and how valuable the cards are. Another thing is a lot of the locking doesn't lock you into anything except for darks, so that's why my extra deck is mainly dark. I'm still playing a significant Galaxy package because I feel like they do the job best. Another combo you could be running is Dragon. It's an OTK package with Numeron Dragon. But I really love this deck. I had a lot of fun with it. I played it on stream as well. I'm really trying to think of what's the next experiment I'm gonna do. I don't know if it's gonna be Horus, but I'm really excited to keep making videos for you guys. As long as you guys keep enjoying them, I'll keep putting them out there. I hope you guys enjoy the content. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We'll be uploading weekdays, Monday through Friday. Streaming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Any bonus streams in there could also happen, just if I feel like streaming and I have enough time. But thanks for watching, guys. You have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your Fridays, guys. Have a good one.